All right, guys, welcome back. You asked for an update, and here we are right around about 10 months later, and I'm going to give an update on my Ryobi battery-powered zero-turn 100 amp hour. So let's get going, and I'll let you know what I have noticed. The first thing I noticed over the winter, this charging port, the LED light on the mower stopped working. It still charges fine, but that indicator light doesn't work, and I'll get a better shot of that here in just a minute. So here's a better shot of that charging port. This light right here, that's the one that has stopped working. I haven't investigated it any, but that is the light that would tell me if the battery's not charging, if the battery is messed up. It would give, I think, like some blink errors or like a red light. I really can't remember what it says in the manual, but the charger clicks, it still works, it still charges, but I'm not crazy about that not working. And so far, that's one thing I don't like about this mower. And I'll let you see it run a little bit more. I definitely like the responsiveness of the controls of the steering, the acceleration, the stopping. All that seems pretty flawless to me. I'm not as familiar with zero turns, but I definitely like how that is going so far. But let's let it run. So as you can see, of course, I'm not mowing anything spectacular here, but it still performs very well. And I saved a little bit in the back of the property that's not my property, it's behind the fence, but I do keep some of it mowed. There's some that sits up about to the seat of the mower, and I'm going to run it through that just to let you see and hear how it does. Again, it's not as powerful as gas, but it will get the job done. You just can't overdo it. So again, not as powerful as gas, but this is a battery-powered machine, and I think it would do well. It would probably just deplete the battery more quickly. One thing to note here, I have probably a $15, $20 tripod set up on the platform with an iPhone 11 stuck in it, and there's no special image stabilization or anything like that. This is the smooth ride that you get when you're riding a battery-powered zero turn. So after all that mowing, half-acre lot, a little bit extra behind the fence, obstacles here and there, this mower is sitting right at 80%, and that is not with it very, very high. The grass is dry, so pretty straightforward mow. And the thing is, the battery meter is still not very accurate. I can cut it off, I can cut it back on. It was showing 80, now it shows 100. So do I have 80? Do I have 100? That is a good question. And so it's still not entirely accurate, but it's probably a little bit more accurate than what I had whenever I first was using it, and it was showing 90%. I don't know that the battery has not holding a charge. It's just probably showing a little bit more accurate, and it's probably going to depend on how sharp the blades are, how wet the grass is, all that kind of stuff. So all in all, the battery meter may not be entirely accurate, but it still gives you a good indication, and I've not had any problems mowing the small yard that I do have with this. I'm not pushing it to the limits of the 3 acres that it claims, but it is performing very well. One thing I took off, there was a plate that was right here that sat about like this, and I don't know if that's to keep the grass keep it upright whenever it's cutting it, or what. Honestly, I don't know. But what I was experiencing with that plate, and it's just a plate that sticks out about right here. I'll see if I can find it in the garage. Yeah, so here's this piece. I actually cut the video and went in the garage and found it. So this is the piece that originally came on it, and it's mounted up in there, and it sits about like that, I believe, from what I remember. But with that plate sitting right there, I would have grass clumped up that would get caught up on top, and then it was clogging up. And I have had it clog up a few times, but usually that's whenever it's really wet. One habit I have been in is keeping the mower itself free of debris around the motors and all that whenever it is charging. I figure that's a good practice to have, and not let it get all clogged up. If it does generate any heat, to have all that debris around it's probably not a great thing. So a 10-month update. We have the battery meter still not maybe entirely accurate. We have the battery charging port that the LED light is not working properly. And then the piece that I did take off to keep the grass from clumping up. So far, I haven't noticed any difference in the cutting other than it's not getting clogged up like it was. But all in all, it does what I need it to do. Appreciate you guys watching. I am going to make another video on my Ryobi battery-powered grass trimmer, so look that one up as well. Thanks for watching. And for those of you wondering what the bungee cord was that's been sitting on the platform, it's a very crude system here to raise the chute up whenever I need it. I just hook it over here, run it. I drill a little hole in the chute, but I can just step and use my feet and basically do that. That way it's not up all the time, and I'm not having to reach down and pull it up. It just makes it a little bit safer. So very, very crude thing that works, but I might tinker with some later. It just keeps my hands free, keeps my hands on the controls.